Friends, hello everyone. This is the fourth part of the stamps hunt. For those who haven't seen the beginning, there will be a link to the playlist in the description. So let's get started. The first stamp we have is from Norway, 1979, Landscape Series. The condition is quite poor, although the cancellation is good. Just look at the stamp with the overprints. This is when the price of postal services changed, and the old price on the stamps was reprinted with a new one. Usually overprints are more expensive, but this is not the case here. This is an inexpensive stamp. This is a stamp from East Germany, which was under the occupation of the Soviet Union. In the image, you can see the name of the street in Berlin in honor of Stalin, Stalinale, and the theme of the 5-year plans. In 1962, a series of stamps dedicated to roses was issued in Hungary, and this is one of the stamps in that series. The Czechoslovak stamp is dedicated to the 400th anniversary of the city of Kladno. In 1961, when this postage stamp was issued, Kladno was an industrial town famous for its Poldi steelworks. The left side of the stamp is occupied by the steelworks, while the right side of the stamp is occupied by modern multi-story residential buildings. The Netherlands, 1976, one of the standard number stamps of the Netherlands. Such stamps are quite common. The Red Cross theme is quite popular in Belgium, and this stamp from 1956 is one of the first to feature the Red Cross theme. The stamp is dedicated to blood donation, and in the image, a pelican seems to be sharing blood with its offspring. Oh, beautiful design. 12.5 years since Queen Beatrix ascended to the throne. And another stamp from the Netherlands, this time from the Royal Palace series. This is a series of 2 stamps. This stamp depicts aerial view of palace and Liberation Monument. Standard German stamp from 2006 with a flower image. This stamp features a sword lily. I really like stamps with the image of geographical maps. And here is a wonderful stamp from New Zealand for my collection. On the stamp, as you can guess, there is a map of New Zealand. Oh, very cool stamp. 1937 Netherlands, West Indies. You're just holding a piece of history in your hands. I really like the geometry of the picture on Swiss stamps of the 40s. This is a stamp from the Landscapes and Technics series. The stamp depicts the Grimsel Reservoir. Old U.S. stamps from 1938, these are standard stamps of that time, depicting American presidents. This is a 3-cent stamp with Thomas Jefferson. And as we can see, the field on the right has even been preserved on this stamp. Hungary 1963, stamp from the Transport and Telecommunication series. The stamp depicts an open-top bus. Netherlands, Queen Juliana standard stamp since 1953. United Kingdom, Christmas stamp from 1975. This stamp is the smallest denomination in the series. A bit exotic, a standard stamp from Japan from 1981. Unfortunately cheap, and the condition of this stamp is not very good. Standard stamp of Singapore, 1955. Here is also an image of Queen Elizabeth. Netherlands, 1964. Stamp dedicated to the 150th anniversary of the Bible Society. We continue to get acquainted with the standards of different countries, this time Spain, 1955, General Franco. Unfortunately, the cancellation has greatly darkened the image, but in any case, these are inexpensive stamps. Well, another standard stamp from Belgium, 1960, a series where the denomination is depicted on a Belgian lion. Oh, and another American president from the 1938 series of stamps featuring American presidents, this time James Monroe. Oh, this time the real exotic is Honduras, also a stamp with an overprint, which, as I said at the beginning of the issue, is more expensive. I think these overprints appeared because in 1975 there was a coup d'etat in Honduras, and the stamps that were issued a year before in 1974 were not reprinted but simply added overprints. A very cool find. I did not expect that there would be such exotic stamps here. Sweden 1970, quite a high denomination. 5 kroons, but unfortunately this stamp is cheap. Creepy stamp from Italy in 1977, dedicated to the fight against drugs. And in this particular case with marijuana, we see in the image how snakes weave a web between marijuana leaves. Christmas series are popular in Italy. This stamp dates back to 1983, when they decided to combine the Christmas series with the 500th anniversary of Raphael. Here the stamp depicts Raphael's Madonna. The stamp is dedicated to the 20th anniversary of the Benelux, a union between Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg, and this stamp was issued by all 3 of these states. This stamp was issued by the Netherlands, and the stamp depicts the rulers of these 3 countries. India, standard stamp since 1957. Belgium 1972, standard stamp with King Baudouin. East Germany 1955, another stamp from a series of 5-year plans that migrated from the Soviet Union to all its satellites. Well, another president from 1938, this time George Washington 1 cent. The full series consists of 31 stamps, 3 of which we already have. Great design, 1987 Netherlands 50th wedding anniversary of then Princess Juliana and Prince Bernhard. Norway 1959, King Olaf V, standard stamp of those years. Australia 1980, stamp from the National Stamp Week series. Quite a nice design of the postman and mailbox. Hungary 1953, another stamp from the series of buildings of the first 5-year plan. Greece 2006 is a fairly modern stamp compared to the others. This is a stamp from the Greek Islands series dedicated to the island of Rhodes. The Netherlands, and another great design. 1990, dedicated to the centenary of the reign of women from the House of Orange in the Netherlands. It depicts 4 queens, Emma, Wilhelmina, Juliana, and Beatrix, and there is an autograph next to each queen. Romania 1972, standard stamp from the building series, dedicated to the very beautiful Peleș Castle. Unfortunately, this stamp does not convey the beauty of this castle. It's been a while since we've seen stamps with Mariana, and here's Mariana on a boat, a French standard from 1959. Netherlands 1973 stamp from the series, Europa CEPT, dedicated to Posthorn. A wonderful Greek stamp from 1979 from the Greek Landscape series. This stamp depicts a view of the Scythonia Peninsula. A standard stamp from the Republic of South Africa from 1977, depicting the flowers of South Africa. Hungary 1966. Another stamp from the Hungarian Airlines series, where the plane flies over various cities around the world. This time it's Beirut. 1974. Romania, a set of 2 stamps from the Post and Telecommunication series. And another standard stamp from India, 1958. The Netherlands stamp from the Freedom from Hunger series, which depicts corn, which in the 1960s was considered a promising crop that would rid the world of hunger. And now a stamp from the Netherlands from the Europa series, CEPT. The theme of this stamp is called Square. Romania Standard Stamp and Building Series. The stamp depicts the mausoleum of the heroes of World War I. A wonderful stamp from Great Britain, 1946. It was a series of 2 stamps dedicated to the victory in World War II. This stamp depicts the symbols of peace and reconstruction. Oh, these are the famous standard German stamps from the Industry and Technology series, which depict various helicopters, cars, trains, etc. This stamp depicts a tractor. These stamps are very cheap, and there are a lot of them in different sets. France Tourism Series, 1964. The stamp depicts the Tour César in the city of Provence. The Czechoslovak standard stamp from 1954 is dedicated to professions, and this stamp depicts a chemist. Romania 1960 series of stamps dedicated to everyday life. This stamp depicts a locomotive. That's all for now. In the next issues, we will continue to disassemble the box with stamps. So if you are interested, like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next issues.